Hello to my millions of followers. Time to break down another season of volleyball, I guess. Yeah, I split this one into 3 sections. That's a filthy overblock. So I'm just going to do blocking for middle first, then hitting, then right side. I got 3 summarizations, but yeah, the blocking this tournament. Yeah, the first one's not Scarborough Men's. We played a tournament here. Like, at least try to block that one. I didn't even try. Yeah, for watching Max here, the other middle, looked pretty balanced there, and he didn't over jump. He was even ready for that right side, and then he just got his hands over it when they're hitting. So, you know, I feel like maybe I'm overcomplicating it. There, I necessarily don't have to jump so early. It's not terrible timing, but I kind of need to point my hands in towards 6 and get him over the net. Here's another one where I almost just kind of kill my horizontal momentum, even though I'm not that close to my pin blocker yet. Here's another example. I get my face over the net and get packed. That's what I deserve. I'm gonna block meter balls in the middle, so you know, keep doing that. The middles are slow or shorter, that's probably fine. And that block, just looking a bit reachy as opposed to getting my body there and getting my hands over. So we'll see in the summary. This is actually, that's a nice block, like pretty good movement, close to the pin. I think the set was inside, so it made it look a bit better, but don't be afraid to block more like that. Yeah, same thing there, just stop up my momentum horizontally for some reason. Then we get one. Yeah, so there's my summary. I think just starting in an athletic position, no over jumping, and then don't be afraid to kind of drift to the pins. Should be good. Alright, next section, we're hitting. Yeah, this isn't me, but maybe I should try to hit like this. Obviously, it'll look a bit different since I'm not touching 13 feet, but yeah, I don't know. We can see he's already well in the air, Kofi that is, by the time he's hitting that 2-meter quick, which is pretty nuts. So yeah, for me, I think, depending on the height of my setter, but I should probably be trying to time it similarly to this. Obviously, it'll be a lot lower, but yeah, I'm not hitting that. But timing-wise, I think for my approach, that's one thing I can focus on, is just being in the air. This is a block. Not sure if you saw that, but he did like a one-footed. He didn't even do his last step for the blocking, so he was drifting horizontally. Yeah, back to the quicks. I think I just want to focus on the approach. We can see here the penultimate step is behind the attack line, and then he's in the air before the ball starts traveling up. So I think that's just 2 things I can focus on. Here are my shitty quicks from the tournament in comparison. This one was actually timed pretty well. Out of system was somehow better than normal, but yeah, I think timing wise I'm just a bit late, and even swing wise I'm swinging down a bit too much. So even if I wait for the ball to get higher, it's bad. Okay, so this is an example of a good one. Max taking off right when the ball's set. Faster arm swing. That was 19 frames, so I'd say that's a stock standard good quick. Here's me for comparison. Not the best approach, but I'm actually in the air kind of early, but it still takes me 26 frames to hit the ball, so a slower arm swing. See the middle, get his hands up, same thing here. Bit late on the approach, and the swing slower, so that's a full half second, which might not seem like a lot, but yeah, they can definitely get a hand up there, which I think defeats the purpose. So we'd like to speed that up. What's this clip? Another quick. That one looked okay, but just a slow arm swing again, taking forever. Yeah, okay, here's some highlights, I guess, some serving practice. I've been working on that power float. I don't know what this is, but it's a pretty good serve. What we got here? Little shoot. Keep doing that, I guess. Oh, gotta bounce that. Damn. What else we got? Okay, these are some quicks I hit. So when I run the push, I like to kind of hang. I don't know if that's like normal or just giving the right side a chance to block me, but yeah, I don't know if that's stupid, but it's kind of fun. Entitled, I don't really. Oh. Yeah, I can set too. That's cool. Some more highlights, so I guess not a ton of takeaways here. Right side. We got a right side section at the end, so we'll review that, but I guess I can just shut up for the rest of these tournament highlights. Okay, I'll stop shutting up. That was actually a good block. See, that's too much horizontal momentum, but I think 90% of that is fine for the most part. Same with these quicks to 1, they're pretty slow. Hopefully I'm not giving away my sauce here though. But yeah, I like doing that. Hopefully no one's watching these videos. Luckily they're not. It's a pretty good quick. It's kind of like that 4 to 4. Too sharp there, but nice approach. Alright, here's the summary for hitting. Yeah, I think it's just mostly about timing. So 1 and 3 are kind of the approach and hitting the ball as fast as possible. And then for 2, just don't jam yourself. So stay behind the attack line for that second last step or third last. Alright, last section. Right side clips. Going OT, but kind of good contact, but didn't really hit it that well. Kind of a weak approach. Yeah, we'll see in the summary again. I want more horizontal momentum. I think that's where the power comes from. Same here, pretty good jump, but there's just no. That was like a half a penultimate into my full jump, so getting a full approach is probably a good idea. I think we have some ugly left side clips here. This one I think I just gotta, yeah, we're not gonna get sets on the net all the time, so I just have to get these over and swing a bit deeper instead of just like ripping it. Obviously in the net, it's not helping. I'm getting taunted by that guy. That ain't good. This one's right on the net, so I'll go score. Once you taunting that one, pal. These are some right side clips. It's good, but again, should have a bit of a mismatch here. I should probably be scoring, not a full approach. Jump is straight up, no horizontal momentum, so not getting like a ton of power there. One more. Yeah, like, you gotta score that. And this is just some poor blocking. I think I definitely have to watch the hitter more. Pretty telegraphed. Alright, that's it. Right side tips. I think just kind of being athletic and generating momentum, swinging high, good standard, and having fun, apparently. Yep, that's it. See you next month.